Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to a quick question with M from High Media TV and PT Sean. We are back after a brief hiatus. I was moving and dealing with a lot of crap. I have a cat now. Also, Sean needed to lock in for school for a little bit, but we're back.
Still locked in. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Still locked the fuck in. And given we're recording on Sunday today, yeah, both of us I had a memorial service late on Discord last night, and you were like wrapped up with your lady. And both of us were tired. I figured we're recording a little later in the day for just our mental health.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So I
Well,
do have a quick question for y'all.
what is our quick question for our viewers today, Sean?
How long that you stop playing your game you set in your PC?
Meaning, like, how long?
Look,
Uh,
how long have you stopped from playing video games?
how long have I gone without? To rephrase the question, how long have you gone without playing video games?
Yeah.
That is a relatively question, and we'll also get into like the nitty gritty of it too, because like on the surface it's a pretty simple question, but you know we'll talk a little bit more about why we care. So to answer the question for me, the longest I've gone without playing video games is approximately, I'd probably say a week. And the reason I say a week is because back in the day, I used to go to summer camp.
Mm.
And when I went to summer camp, are you talking about video games, period, or just your PC?
Oh, this is games period.
Yeah, about a week. Because you go into the bumblefuck ass mountains of West Virginia and not see it, and like not know with no, cell service or anything, and you're not allowed to bring your devices. So yeah, there we go. Other than that, I'm on the I'm a bit of an addict. I need the stimulation, and I am shameless about it.
Oh, you got that disorder, that gaming disorder I heard so much about.
Oh God, have you seen it? Okay, so for anybody who's not aware, on Facebook and Instagram, there have been these advertisements that have been going around of like usually it's like a pretty white woman with like her ass like looking well defined in some leggings,
I do not know what you're going for with this, bro. Continue.
talking like in like a dilapidated gamer shithole, or like a video of a woman talking about how she got paid for her pain and suffering for her gaming addiction, and like and it's just like there seems to be this whole campaign to get people to like try and sue gaming companies of some kind for like gaming addiction.
Oh, so fake outrage. Oh, nice.
Yeah, basically. And
Oh,
it's a
yeah,
whole
that's.
thing. It's been going on for like a month.
I've been off Facebook, so I don't. I'm a little out of the loop with that. That sounds like they ain't
My
gonna get
my
nowhere with that.
my
I ain't gonna.
My Facebook algorithm, like my Facebook feed algorithm, is generally pretty good, so it ain't too bad for me. But what
Yeah,
have you?
that's kind of wild. I ain't gonna hold you. People like. I guess the only way I could see somebody suing them if they like end up losing their job because they're gaming addiction.
Yeah, but at the same time, though, like it's not like it's like with any addiction, right? It's like yes, there is like a psychological aspect of that, but also we live in a country where you have to buck the fuck up.
Yeah, I wish I had that addiction because some like I want to play like a certain game. I'd be like, I don't feel like it, and I'm like, dang man, I really want to play that. Well, I guess I don't feel like it then.
Yeah, right. I don't know. And it's like I think gaming addiction is usual. Like the concept of like a gaming addiction is more akin to like a comorbidity for like a wider issue. Nobody just has a gaming addiction. There's usually some other shit going on
Yeah,
that
yeah, they're
is
using
being
it to cope or like try to like pick their mind off or something like that.
exactly. But
Yeah.
but as for me, broadly speaking, I am fun. Video games are, to me, like the main form of entertainment that I partake in and enjoy. And I don't go a day without like playing at least a little bit to unwind after work or relax.
Mm. Well, I mean, I kind of got you beat for how long I stopped playing video games.
How long?
So like I literally spent a whole year and a half not playing video games. I
Wow.
remember it was I think it was like a little I think it was like a probably like a year before I started my YouTube. Like I wanted to, but I was so busy and I didn't have a good enough reason to play it. And I'm like, yo, I kind of want to play it. Man, start my YouTube at the that was like one of the reasons why I started my YouTube. I wanted to play more video games because I enjoy it so much.
I remember you telling me that a long
That
time
was
ago.
crazy. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was crazy. That was crazy. I was like, dang, man. I was like, this. I don't even play video games anymore. That's weird.
No, that makes sense. Oh Lord, but yeah, no, I think I personally, and I believe that video games are the ultimate medium of entertainment. They are the synthesis of the best of the principles of music, writing, you know,
Hmm.
TV in the form of like acting and voice acting, and with the added engagement and technical ability of like technology. I think that it is the synthesis of the best humankind has to offer in terms of creativity. And I hate the fact that the entirety of the industry is just grabbed by the balls of capital and profit driven motives, and we don't really get to see artsy stuff and experiments anymore outside of the indie space. And even then the indie space
Dude,
still
you
has
heard of
to like do
Scott
well.
Pilgrim?
Yeah, that game has been perpetually on and off stores and almost impossible to get for
No, no,
years.
no. I'm talking about the sequel.
They made a sequel, no
The,
less.
se- the
Interesting.
sequel is out.
Well, maybe I should buy it before they fucking take it off the market again.
Yeah, like yeah. You gotta try it. I heard it's $29.
Okay, that's not terrible. I mean,
Yeah.
probably more than I would pay for a beat 'em up personally, but I'm just not a beat 'em up fan.
Oh man, I mean, I'm a big beat 'em up fan. Like back in the Sega with Golden Axe, man, bro, man, with Streets of Rage. I mean, I was terrible at Secret Rage, but like, hey, it's a whole nostalgic thing. Like
It's your shit.
m- most people don't know this about me, but I love retro games. Like always did. I even had like the Atari. Is that right? Atari. I know I'm saying that wrong. I'm close. But like I had like a lot of old game collections. Like I'm addicted to that. Actually, like the next time I get a game for my Switch, I'm gonna get like another classic game
Classic
collection.
game collection, yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I mean, if you want to play if you want to play a classic game, Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness was added to the Nintendo GameCube stuff.
I'm just going, pretend you said that, pretend you didn't say that, and just move on my life, Yeah.
Why?
So I'm not ready to hop into Pokemon. Like as an outsider of JRPGs and just diving my foot in it. I'm hearing that it is a JRPG for starters.
Eh, depends. The older games are harder, and you'd probably find more joy out of them for in that regard. You don't really want to think of them as like, I think you think of them less of as like a JRPG and more as like an adventure game
Mm.
with
So
JRPG elements.
so what about like Game Freaks? Are they as lazy that I've been hearing about?
No, the problem is Nintendo. The
Okay.
problem is and has always been Nintendo. The problem is that the people at Game Freak are very talented. The people at Game Freak have shown that they have the ability to make interesting games that are beautiful and detailed. The problem is that the time crunch that they have with Nintendo for getting these games out is immense, and the other issue with them is the fact that, well, for lack of a better phrase, they are the stewards of a hundreds of $billion intellectual property. They don't get to make decisions on making an interesting game without running it up the flagpole. Yeah, technically, Creatures Inc. is yes, technically the Pokemon Company is, in theory, a collaboration, an equal collaboration between three co-owners of Game Freak, Creatures Inc., and Nintendo of
Oh,
Japan.
oh, okay.
But in reality, Nintendo is, Nintendo is the one calling the shots, and they will, there have been like Masuda, one of the formative people behind Pokemon, stopped being put in charge after the Generation 5 games, where we did see like the stark change to 3D, and like a lot of like the cool experimental things that did make, like, I maintain that a Pokemon game is only as good. I maintain that a Pokemon game is only as good as its gimmicks. And so here's what I mean by that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, yes, there is like the adventure, there's a story, there's the catching, there's a Pokemon, but at the end of the day, after you've beaten the Elite Four and you've done everything, what else is there to do? And the game that I feel best for example, right?
Mm-hmm.
In Pokemon Emerald, um in the Pokemon Emerald games, or in like or let me like so in the Pokemon Sun and Moon games, right?
Right.
You have basically the battle tree, which you have to get to. And that's it. Like it's just a gauntlet of battles, which is fine. That like it's high level battling, you got to be smart about it, and it's like much more difficult. That's cool. But there's really not much else after you finish all of the story content. Pokemon Emerald, an older game, is a much better fact of this. You get something called the Battle Frontier, which is you get all of that difficult battling and all that stuff and different vibes, and they basically function as, another 16 gym badges, basically. On top of that, you also have what are they called? Contests, where you have your Pokemon and your Pokemon's moves and abilities that have like this completely other, like, separate stat line, and do things. Their moves for contest, the moves that your Pokemon have do different things depending, and so you can completely factor a Pokemon's training in just for contests, and it's a whole thing. It's really, really cool. Then you have what I think is the best game in terms of gimmicks, which is Pokemon Platinum. Pokemon Platinum has contests. It has its own battle frontier. Not only does it have its own battle frontier, it has a completely separate landmass that you can explore. It has an entire mansion where you can dump all of the money you've been collecting as like a dragon's hoard into furnishing this mansion that you get. You have an entire underground system where you can like have a fun little digging mini game to dig up geodes for like valuable things to build your secret base, as well as find fossils for Pokemon to bring back and use. You also have a Pokewalk feature in a specific part of the game where you can like walk around and interact with your Pokemon and like pet it and all kinds of stuff. You have it's just, and it goes on and on and on and on and on, right? Like, it's very much one of the things that the Pokemon games of today do not have is gimmicks. They do not have ancillary things that are not necessarily important or completely separate from anything you would do in a Pokemon game normally, like things that like are just other ways to sell you the experience of like you are living in this fantastical world of Pokemon.
It's like, I mean, for me, it's like Yeah, I don't know. It's like asking for me too much, asking for me a little bit too much to actually dive into Pokemon. I mean,
Not
Pokemon.
really.
Hey,
Not.
I like the property,
It's real.
whatever. I grew up with
I'll
it.
say this. I'll say this. I'll say this.
Yeah.
If there's a Pokemon game that you should play, it should be Pokemon Legends Arceus. If there's any Pokemon game that you should play, it's that one. I feel like that game is the most approachable, the most
Yeah.
different from conventional Pokemon games. And I genuinely think that if you were to play that, you would have a genuinely great time.
I wouldn't disagree with that. I mean, to me, like I'm just thinking of like, mainline Pokemon games.
Yeah.
Because like the all the, spin-off, those stuff intrigue me more than anything else.
Oh yeah, no, the Legends games. I will say I can't speak to ZA because I haven't played it. I have a lot of criticisms of ZA and its design on the lead up as well. And people who have played it seem to like it. The only thing that people seem to have issue with is that after you've beaten the main story and stuff, it feels relatively boring, like dead. It very like the thing is that when it comes to these Pokemon games, they very very much expect you to like put it down and be done with it afterwards. And Pokemon games of yesteryear,
I
you
mean,
could you
is the
could
story
autism.
short?
Not necessarily.
I
I will.
mean,
I don't think so. I think older Pokemon game stories were in theory shorter, but you were kept behind mechanics. The
I mean,
newer
it was also on Game Boy too,
It
so
was. The newer Pokemon games like Scarlet and Violet have significantly more content. They have not only a main story, they have the game also set up into three specific things that you can do, which is hunting, Titan Pokemon, fighting the Team Star Kids, the gym battle challenge, on top of and all of that kind of feeds into the main story. It's actually like all things considered, and to give credit where credit's due, I think Scarlet and Violet is probably one of the best mainline Pokemon games to come out in the 3D era.
okay.
And like the people give it flack for like being buggy or whatever. It's like Pokemon games historically are not buggy. And the reason Pokemon games are historically are not buggy is that when it comes down to it, Game Freak always slashes content and features and fun in favor of performance and polish. This was the first game they did where they did not do that. And I personally feel like Pokemon Scarlet and Violet was a significantly better game for that reason.
Hmm. I guess that's cool. I guess one of these days I will try to get into
Just
a
emulate
play
that
a
shit, bro.
Pokemon game.
Just
I
emulate
mean,
it so
right?
you don't spend any. Just emulate that shit so you don't spend any money.
I will spend. I will spend a little money cash. I don't. Money is not the problem. It's just me find like some of that Pokemon interest because nowadays it's like millions of games
There are.
that are actually good. Pokemon could be one of that for me, to be honest. But
It could if you
it
want,
just
but if you're looking for JRPGs, go play Expedition 33.
yeah. I know. It's on my list. It's on my list.
It's
Everybody reminded me to go play that game. Just let me finish Persona 5, and then like I can open up my schedule.
for
Because I
sure.
made it all the way to the final arc of that game, and now I gotta like, oof, man,
How
I
go,
hate it. Yo,
how goes
yeah, I had
Silk
it.
Song? How goes Silk Song?
Oh no, I'm no like since I have like a little break, um,
Uh huh.
I haven't played it. I mean, the last time I played it, I I'm pretty much enjoyed. It was like this roly poly enemy that it was getting the run of my money. That was crazy. When I just pretty much figure out how to beat him up. So, see, like Silk Song. I haven't got to a part that I'm like, yo, this is some bullshit. I haven't got to that yet. Because I'm not gonna say this game is like I'm used to the game. It was made for me. I'm like I'm great. I haven't got to the hard part yet, and I know I haven't got to the hard part yet. I just know it's gonna be. I just know when it happens, I gonna know. You know what? Like the Hollow Knight game. beating like the boss that you're supposed to beat and everything to get to the end of the game, not the extra stuff. It was challenging. It wasn't like I gotta like stop playing, but it was just one boss battle. It was like I was fighting 50 roly poly people. It was like 10 or 5, whatever, and like I remember like I'll spend 5 hours on this one boss, and it was everything else. It wasn't that long, but it was just this one boss battle. It was just one. I remember I had one live stream, and it was just me trying to fight this boss battle, and it got to the point that I was too tired to keep up with in the moment. Like I figured out how to beat him, but I just couldn't keep up because I was tired. And I was like, yeah, I gotta turn this thing off.
Yeah, no, I feel that. Like, I remember when I was playing Elden Ring for the first time, and
Mm,
I got locked. I was like kept dying to Godric
yeah.
for 5 hours,
Mm.
and then I went to bed the next. Like, turned off stream, went to bed, pulled it up, and tried it again the next day, and I beat him in like 2 tries.
Oh no, it was more like I stopped playing for like 2 weeks and I had to come back to it. I remember, I visibly remember that.
You were
Like,
mad.
it pissed me off. So I had to walk away from the game like a half a month, man. Like I ain't remember that. That was crazy. I still remember when I actually beat him. I was like, bro, I still didn't believe that I actually beat him when I beat him. But like I feel like those games, it seemed like every boss, it's be like 90% of the boss is like hard, but it's always that one boss that become the walls of Jericho or something like that. He over here struggling. Oh, it's always a game. It's always that one boss. I wish like they make more harder adventure games. I do wish they do that because like so you get like Hollow Knight still songs like they're supposed to be hard and like whatever, but like you get to like the mainline games like Spider-Man and like what other game am I thinking of? Yeah, I guess Spider-Man. I don't want to say Astral Bot because Astral Bot when they want to get hard, it will get hard on you. That's
Yeah,
believe.
yeah,
But like yeah, like Spider-Man like game it's whatever, but like I can put that game on the hardest difficulties and I can like have no time, have no problems just beating them easily. Especially in the first Spider-Man game, bro. They give you too much gadgets and you just can just dog walk anybody. Just period. Like they can't do nothing to you, bro.
yeah. Fair.
But
But, ladies and gentlemen, we have a quick question for you, and please feel free to answer in the comments, both down in the YouTube description and also down in the comment section of wherever you get your pods. Please leave 5 stars, like, and subscribe. Um, this has been a quick question with Evan from High Media TV and PT Sean, aka Sean. We appreciate you, your time, and your listenership. We are happy to be back. Sean, you got anything you want to say before we wrap up?
oh yeah, shout out to everybody on my YouTube channel, on my bed absences. my my long distance. Well, I wasn't present at my YouTube channel for a very long time, and everybody who came out and just showed up and comment and look at all my videos and everything. Yo, I haven't posted. I'm not Corey Kenshin, so I was very surprised that
Yeah.
I didn't lose any subscribers on my leave the accents. Like,
Yeah.
shout out to y'all. Y'all the real
And
ones.
more importantly, if you for everybody listening that in Sean's fan base, there's a Discord link in the description to do the and part of the sign up process there will be a drop down where you can say I'm a fan of PT Sean. There's an entire section of my Discord where y'all can congregate and like talk to Sean and at him directly. And talk with him. Just so he doesn't have to manage a whole other Discord for himself.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All
So
right.
so hit that link.
Most likely, I'll be seeing you Monday or Tuesday. If it's Tuesday, then it's gonna be middle of the day. But like, hey, I'm coming back. I'm gonna play a game. Somebody was nice enough to comment that told me to play, and yeah, and I'm gonna go on for that. I'm
Hell
not
yeah.
fully back, but I will be posting some stuff though.
Hell yeah. All right. Thank y'all for listening, and we'll see you guys next time.
See you.